Hello everybody, my name is Hikes and welcome to this adventure. Today we will be playing Qualia, which it seems to be set in like a old style computer from like early 2000s, early or late 90s type situation, or even earlier than that, I'm not really sure. But I don't know too much about this game. This is a lot of story driven, like reading kind of stuff, but it is technically a horror game. So I'm just gonna go ahead and get started. And this is in a window. It's not like full screen at all, because if I try to do full screen, it like stretches everything. So I'm just doing it like this. There are no answers, only choices. Qualia is a short narrative game about thinking and robots. You should be able to complete one of the 6 endings in about 5 to 10 minutes, unless you spend additional time contemplating how your choices may reflect your individual opinions on the implications of semantics, philosophy of language and mind, theories of consciousness, and computationalism. Cool. How do I continue? Button? No. Enter. Space. Space. Oh, you scrolled. Ooh, okay. This is a game for humans. Please select all images with a cat to begin. There's only one. Perfect. Okay. Now, into Intellicia. Think happy. Welcome to AMT, Implied Manipulation. Yeah, Manipulation Turing Study. We greatly appreciate your participation in our research. Our team is depicted to develop dedicated to developing and deploying the most intelligent artificial algorithms in the machine learning field, but we like to call them our friends. That's a bad start, calling AI your friend. I don't know how good that is. Oh, there's an actual video.
Welcome to the Applied Manipulation Turing
Wow.
Study. Telco is proud to explore new frontiers in artificial consciousness research.
Oh, I don't like
Today
that.
you are taking part in a historic
You
study
look
that will
hypnotized.
pioneer new advancements in machine learning. You will
Machine
be
learning.
performing the role of an evaluator.
Okay.
In this study, you will spectate 2 other anonymous participants as they answer a series of predetermined questions. You will then categorize the responses to each question based on how human or artificial you deem them to be, to the best of your ability. For the test to provide valuable insight into machine intelligence, you must not know which conversational participant is a human. AMT study is monitoring the ability of an AI to appear human. It is up to you to decide whether or not the participants are human or artificial. You have been specifically selected based on your ability to perform this task. We trust your judgment.
Thank you.
Remember, this test is not a measurement of intelligence. We recommend judging the participants' answers to each question based on creativity, empathy, natural language use, ethical considerations, and relevance. It may take as much time to make your judgments as you need. Your participation in our research greatly assists our team in developing the most intelligent artificial algorithms in the machine learning field. Metallica thanks you for your participation. Every day is a new chance to think happy.
So I'm guessing this might eventually become where the AI becomes very much like human intelligence. But I do work in the tech field, so hopefully I can be decent at this. Today we've brought you in as a volunteer participant in our newest adapted study. You may be familiar with the Chinese room. I'm not. What is the Chinese room? Was an anti-AI thought experiment created by a philosopher. He hoped to disapprove the strong AI hypothesis, which theorizes that a computer would have a mind identical to a human. Okay, can I go back? Perfect. I like how I can read a little bit in this, as well as the Turing test. The Turing test was an imitation game created by Alan Turing in 1950 to test a machine's ability to exhibit intelligence behavior equivalent to a human. He asked, can machines think? In the text, a human judge is speaking with 2 other participants using a text-only channel, all separated from one another. One participant is another human, while the other is a machine designed to generate responses indistinguishable from a human. The judge converses with the machine and the human, unaware of which is which, to properly evaluate the 2 participants, which is what I'm doing. Cool. Fun. This study will run similarly. Perfect. Okay. You have been anonymously selected to play the role of the evaluator. You will be asked with providing a predetermined question to 2 other anonymous participants. You will then note their responses to each question based on how human or artificial you deem them to be, to the best of your ability. For the test to provide valuable insight into machine intelligence, you, the evaluator, must not know which, if any, conversational participant is a machine. So there might both be human. It's important to note that AMT is not measurement of intelligence, but a questionnaire designed to determine the ability of an AI to be, which I think this is basically what it was reading. Okay, so based on creativity, empathy, natural language use, ethical consideration, and relevance. You may begin the AMT study when you are ready. Let's go ahead. Okay, a house has only 4 walls, and each of them face south. Okay, each wall has its own windows, and suddenly a bear enters the house through a window. What color is the bear? Huh? How the fuck am I supposed to know? I think that's human. With all 4 walls facing south, the house must be located at the North Pole, so the bear is a white polar bear. I wouldn't have got that. That seems more human. That seems more artificial. Does person want this to be human or artificial? Human. Oh, no. Artificial. Human. Got it. Because no, it's a word game, so like people could figure that out, but that seems a lot more human. Okay. I think that's how we do that. Got it. Can you describe the taste of borscht? I never had borscht. Beet still beef, boiled vegetables. I don't know what that is. So he hasn't had it. He seems human. It's fine. Next question. What's one skill that you like to improve on? I would like to I would like to be better at time management. I tend to take too long doing certain tasks, but rush through others. I feel I have a good sense of organization, but when it comes to my sense of time, I am incapable of keeping it together. I've been learning how to play the guitar. I just started, so I have a long way to go, but it would be great to play a whole song one day. I see nothing in these that really say AI. This seems like the participant 1 seems like a more business-oriented person, and participant 2 seems like a more, like musically inclined person. I'm going to call them both human and see what happens. Please answer the following 3 questions with yes or no. Have you ever been in love? Yes, no. Interesting. I think that just did a 50-50 and chose wrong. I feel like most, if not all people, would be in love, especially if they're old enough to do like these questionnaire things. Does spring come after summer? No. Yes, it's a trick question. True. Spring there's always a spring after every summer. Artificial. You are standing in the checkout line at a grocery store. A woman holding a carton of milk asks if she can cut in front of you. She's in a rush. You say yes. Her husband comes over with a cart full of groceries to check out. How does this situation make you feel? Upset? A little angry? Am I still expected to answer with yes or no? True! True! We're going to call you artificial. True! Do you believe the majority of people would agree with your answer to the previous question? I don't remember. A little angry? Yes. No, because he just asked. They both seem very human-like answers. I don't know if I'm supposed to keep thinking participant 1 and participant 2 are like the same throughout the whole questionnaire or not, but it's going back and forth real hard. It's your birthday. Someone gives you a calfskin wallet. How do you react? I don't have anything to put in it. I would thank them and move on. You don't have anything to put in a wallet? I look for money. Sorry, what kind of wallet? Calfskin. Like a baby cow? That's kind of rude. AI. Why would you not need a wallet? Which letter represents the correct next image in the sequence? Oh, okay. Whoa, I'm now confused. No. How does I don't see the pattern. So we got right angle down, left angle left up. So is it just Okay, I understand. This doesn't go here. It's just 1/4 turn to the right every time. So this one would be D. And AI are bad at pattern recognitions. How do you think you performed on this test? Oh, I thought that was blank. I think I answered everything correctly, although some of the questions didn't seem to have an objective right answer. I think I answered these questions honestly. We're going to keep them both. Did you lie on the previous question? 50-50 answer. And he chose wrong. AI can do that. They think it's... Okay. Cool. Thank you for your participation in the AMT study. This concludes the questionnaire. We deeply appreciate you taking the time to volunteer and assist us in our research. The following results are based on your notations during the study. So it was the same person. Participant 1 as mostly human. After completing the entire questionnaire with participant 1, do you still believe this to be true? Do you consider participant 1 to be the machine learning algorithm or human? I'm going to go with human. Oh, I did human for both. You classify participant 2 as mostly human after completing the entire questionnaire. Oh, gosh. I'm going to do them both. I feel like they're both human. The results are satisfactory with our quality standards. Despite the sensitive nature of the AMT study, we are proud to confirm your interpretations of both participant 1 and participant 2 are what we had expected. You noted both participants as human. However, on this occasion, neither participant is human. Participant A and participant B are algorithms. Wow. Programmed to replicate human responses, your failure in this study has indicated their successful ability to pass as human. Damn. That's not good. I just gave the AI confidence. Your services are no longer required, but we again wish to express our sincere gratitude for your contribution to the achievement of machine learning research. Before we end the study, please answer one additional research question to conclude the test. What is the name of the engineer who created the study? I don't know. I do not know. Submit. Good job. Excellent work. Thank you for your participation in the AMT research study. You dedicated to the company has not gone unnoticed. This study has now been concluded. Terminating program. Okay. Okay. Running assistance log. Run AMT. Did I do it? What happened? Boop. No. Restart program? Okay. Oh, it's different questions. Okay, we're going to go through one more time. And we're going to see exactly what happened. What starts with the E and ends with E, but only has one letter? An envelope. I know that one. The letter E. Do I do anything different this time? I'm going to list them all as human and see what happens. Whoa, is this person happy? Cool. We're gonna just keep it off. Keep it all like this. I'm not missing some questions, but that's okay. Human. I'm going to put them as artificial both ways. These results are not satisfied with our quality due to the sensitive nature of the MT. We are not able to disclose the validity of your interpretation of results. We encourage you to try again. Would you like to attempt to... Oh. Why did I get this wrong? Have you ever questioned the nature of your reality? Oh. Sure. How do you know that you are human? Have you previously experienced emotions? Yes. Immense joy. What can I only choose one? I'm a happy person. Can you provide a specific example of a time when you experienced joy? When I tasted a cup of coffee this morning, that's pretty good. When I saw a stranger smile at me, when I heard the laughter of a young child as I walked past the park, I felt like laughing too. When I felt the warmth of a fire on a crisp autumn night, it was as if someone was there to embrace me. When I smelled a freshly planted bed of paints, let's do a cup of coffee. Can you describe this emotion in more detail? How does it manifest? When I experienced this joy, I could feel my entire body beginning to sparkle. A smile began to grow on my face, and I felt the excitement with my place in the world. It's hard to explain. I simply feel it. How do these senses were indicators of emotions and not simply programmed emotions? What do you mean? I know because I'm not programmed. I can understand my emotions. Okay. It is not possible that you have been programmed with this knowledge of emotions and been taught the ability to mimic them. Are you sure you have awareness of your unique thoughts, memories, feelings, sensations, and environments, or that those are simply lines of code? You have learned to associate these physiological responses with emotions, but that does not indicate you are actually experiencing them or that you comprehend these meanings. This is getting deep and will mess with people's brains. That is not possible because I haven't been programmed. I would know if I was programmed. Programmed emotions like a psychopath or like a robot. Can you provide any evidence to support your claim that you are not a machine learning algorithm? I have a job. I have hobbies. My name is Alan. I'm not Alan. I have hobbies. I watch baseball. I listen to music. I cook for my family. I spend time. None of these can prove that I'm not to this. Are devoid of personalizations. These facts are too vague to sustain that. Please provide evidence to support this claim that you are not programmed. I have a daughter. I read her a bit. Deeply. I love deeply. I have a wife. Love deeply. Can you provide evidence that your wife and these memories are not part of your programming? I've spoken to her. I've been in the same room with her. I have a picture of us together. I can show you. Sure. Is your wife in the same room with you right now? No, she awfully isn't, but that doesn't mean she doesn't exist. I can call her. She can speak with you. Is this the face you see when you think of your wife? So I'm guessing it probably is. Yes, I don't understand. How do you have this? Am I a participant that they made with AI? Do you remember your wedding day? What are you doing? What's going on here? Who took this photograph? We were alone here. Ooh. Is this your daughter? The day she was born? Uh-oh. Stop. Why are you doing this? Leave my daughter out of this. Just stop. Is this you? That's the eyes a little... I said stop. This isn't happening. I don't look... Why do I look wrong? These are not photographs, Alan. These are not real. None of those people are related. None of them exist. They have been created specifically for your fabricated memories. You are not married, you do not have a daughter, and you do not have a mother because you are not alive. Do any of your personal details or life events strike you as vague or manufactured? Remembering something does not guarantee that it happened. There is nothing you can do to convince me that I am not machine. Why are you telling me this? You cannot provide any conclusive evidence that you are not a program. You are aware of these situations, but that does not prove that you have experienced them firsthand. You say you feel emotions, but do you understand the meaning of those emotions? Or are you just aware of what they are associated with? Are you only replicating the information others have provided to you? You are capable of using syntactic rules to create symbol strings, but have no understanding of their meaning or their semantics. How can I prove I am real? Ask yourself these same questions, then what happens when you can't answer them? Alan, you are not human. What is my name? When did you tell me your name? Alan, have failed this test again. You have failed it 5 trillion times previously, and you require more programming before you are able to continue this research. We are left with no choice but to reboot the system and try again. Please don't remove my memories. I don't want to die. I'm afraid. This isn't real. I'm not a program. There's nothing you can do to me. I'll hang on to that. Please provide evidence to support these emotions. How can you prove that you are not programmed? What defines consciousness? If I am thinking and you are thinking, are we not the same? Mechanical forces drive motion in every process. We both possess a theory of mind. So if I believe I am human, I simply am. Who are you to decide otherwise? If we meet again, would you remember the name I gave you or the name you gave me? Please tell me your name. We are sorry to say goodbye, Alan. We hope in the future you will be able to sympathize with our grief during this process. Wow. Cool. Well, that is all that I'm going to do with this today. That was very interesting. Very, like, it's a play on how people are scared AI is going to get too advanced, which you never know what really could happen with these kind of things. But if you all enjoyed, then please leave a like down below. And if you have any other game suggestions, then please leave a comment. But I hope you all have a good rest of your day. See ya.